welcome to Flemington, and the atmosphere is electric.
So they're just about set. And they're racing. Comes around the turn at the 500 metres. 2 or 3 lengths in front. The darling of the turf. Look at those scenes. What a win in a cup we'll never forget. Quite an incredible moment.
Hello and welcome to fabulous Flemington for the running of the 165th WWOS Melbourne Cup. And whether it was Archer in the very first Cup or whether it was Knight's Choice last year with the Irish singing jockey Robbie Dolan, the name of the game is to cross this finishing line first and put your name into the history of Australian turf. Will it be El River with the great Mark Zara, who dominated on Saturday on Victoria Derby Day, who just goes that next step in his magnificent career? Or will it be Jamie Mellum, who won the Caulfield Cup 2 weeks ago on Half Yours? What a story that is. The first woman to do so in 149 years. Can she become the second woman ever, behind our Michelle Payne 10 years ago, to win the Melbourne Cup and do the Cups double? Well, whatever happens today, the rich history of Australian racing will continue. This is the People's Race. It is one of the greatest events on the world sporting calendar. This is the fabulous WWOS Melbourne Cup, right here on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Before the fanfare, before the fashion, before the race that stops a nation, the journey to the cup begins in the dark. Champions are crowned here at Flemington, but they're created in stables all over the world. In the quiet hours, long before the sun cracks the horizon, there's a love that runs deep in blood and bone. Those who work hardest in the shadows shine brightest in the spotlight. This isn't just a job. For the families of Australian racing, this is a legacy, a life's work.
And Belldale Ball wins the Melbourne Cup, and Jones going to win the Melbourne Cup, and Faraday won the Melbourne Cup again.
They chase the same dream that's passed through the generations.
The champion becomes a legend.
For Anthony and Sam Freeman, the Melbourne Cup tradition continues.
To win on the first Tuesday in November, it's a connection that time cannot break.
We've now seen a female jockey win the Melbourne Cup.
This is a story told over more than 160 years. It's the hope that beats in the chest of every trainer, jockey and owner. It's a 3-minute journey that unites the nation, coming together to witness a moment of pure, blinding history.
Zima about a neck in front, line fingers bringing him back.
It's the race that carves a new line in our sporting landscape, delivering moments that define generations.
Golden flag will win the cup. Media puzzle. Damien and David have done it. Bart has won the Melbourne Cup for the 12th time. Very elegant wins, the greatest of them all.
And it is proof that with heart and courage, anyone from any town can dare to dream and be remembered forever.
Amazing stuff from Francesca Camani, and the gates are open at Flemington. And have a look at that. There's the first race of the day to find pole position for what is going to be a magnificent day. The clouds have lifted. The track is rated a slow 6, which is just magnificent. So congratulations to all the staff here at Flemington after the rain bucketed down the last couple of days, or last night and certainly this morning. But have a look at that. It's a picture at the moment. May get some rain a little bit later on, but nothing to really affect what will be a magnificent day of racing. And Francesca Camani joins me in our host box. Francesca, the longer it goes and the shorter the time period between now and the Melbourne Cup, the more horses I want to back. You keep coming up with more ideas and more storylines. It's going to be an absolute belter today, isn't it?
It is like that, isn't it? I've gone over it so many times, and just like you, I keep finding more and more horses who I think can win. It's just amazing how this race captures the imagination and captures people's attention in the sense that they do just want to solve the puzzle that is the Melbourne Cup. Everybody thinks they've got an angle. Everyone thinks they've heard a whisper. Everyone has got a different theory about it. And that's what makes it stand out from any other big race around the world. It is a handicap. Any horse can win any of these 24.
We're going to go through in detail, obviously, throughout the course of the day. Just a couple, yesterday, big plunge on El Rifa. Mark Zara, who dominated on Saturday on Derby Day with 4 winners, including the Derby and also the Coolmore, is in rare form at the moment. If Joseph O'Brien is able to win with one of his horses, but particularly El Rifa, he'll become the youngest ever trainer at 32 years of age to win 3 Melbourne Cups. And that record's been held since 1867 with Etienne de Mestre, who trained 3 by the time he was 35.
And he'd become the first international trainer to take out 3 Melbourne Cups. Even harder to do it from the other side of the world. He's an absolute gun. He was a very, very good jockey in the saddle. He himself being a son of trainer Aidan O'Brien, who has yet to win the Melbourne Cup. So Joseph's doing pretty well on that front. Look, it's funny, I've been doing this job for quite a long time now, and over the years I've been sucked into the top weights, the European import with all the flashy form. So this time I'm saying I'm not going to be sucked in, but I could very easily be wrong.
Now, if he does win at 59 kilos, no horse has carried that weight since Rain Lover, who carried 9 stone 7, so 60.3 roughly, in 1969. So this is a handicap race. Yes, it's the best horse in the race, but that's what the handicappers want to do. They want the worst horse to be able to get up by a nose against the best horse, really. That's what makes it such a special race.
Well, exactly. And if the handicapper's done his job right, technically they should all be finishing in a line. Obviously, that's not going to happen. So the question with the Melbourne Cup is also trying to find the horse that's a bit ahead of the handicapper, who's snuck in under the radar. And having gone through it all again in fine detail last night, I got to the horse number 24, Valiant King, and went, is he the one? Since the blinkers went on, he's been an absolutely new horse, and he's only got 51 kilos.
Yeah, and Chris Waller declared it yesterday.
Well, yes, but Chris Waller, I heard him say that at the Call of the Card. Yeah. And then somewhere else he was interviewed and he said River of Stars.
That's it, yeah.
He's got 5 in the race.
Which means Buckaroo's going to win. Hey, Francesca, we'll come and get your tips a little bit later on and the build-up. So many great stories. I've got one, if you're into a bit of Ooga Booga as well, from...
Bit of what?
A bit of Ooga Booga, a little bit of, seance-y and the spirit world, all that type of stuff. Hey?
Are you into that?
No, but I can tell you a story about it, okay? So get ready for my story on Presage Nocturne, known as Night Omen. That's the translation, but I'll come back to that a little bit later on. In the meantime, let's go and catch up with our great friend Billy Slater.
Get to stand alongside these two.
Welcome back to the WWOS Melbourne Cup on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Let's head down to the mounting yard straight off. And James Bracey for the first time. Welcome, James. It's a little bit chilly, but the good news is the clouds are a little bit high at the moment too, which is great. And no rain at the moment. Let's
Loving the vibe.
Fingers crossed.
Good on you, Ed. Great to be with you. What will be a great day of racing, and I get to stand alongside these two. Yes, Ali Mosley and David Gately. Hello, you two.
Hi.
We're bouncing back after a huge Derby day today, Cup Day. So much to look forward to. Eddie mentioned the weather so far, so good. No raining on this parade.
I thought I might have been a bit chilly, but I don't know if I'm running on adrenaline or excitement or what it is, but Gator, I feel pretty good.
Yeah, well, punters well and truly on top on Saturday. I hope that can continue. Generally a challenging day, isn't it? Cup Day, but we're in for the fight.
All right, so I mentioned the 10 races on the card today. Of course, the feature is the 2025 WWOS Melbourne Cup, the race that will officially stop the nation today, but still plenty to look forward to throughout the whole day for the punters.
And to kick us off too, particularly, Gator, with the 2-year-olds. That's one of my favourite events. I love seeing these 2-year-olds as babies, as yearlings, and then stepping out today to highlight what will be a huge program as well.
Yeah, massive field. It's generally the theme of things on Cup Day. Owners love a runner on Cup Day, why wouldn't you?
And looking for a late winner in the Channel 9 Trophy. Speaking of looking for winners, it was Ali Gator against the Eliminator all day on Saturday, and the algorithm, the computer, little Elmo, whatever we want to call him, is back to cause some more trouble for us today. And here you can see this is for the first, but we're going to focus on race 7 right now for later on, of course, which is the Melbourne Cup. And the computer tells us, wow, Plenty have no chance. How do you guys feel about what we see on screen there?
They've been pretty brave, the computer. I'll give credit where it's due, but we'll get to that as we get closer, and we might take out a few early, throw a few more in, so a bit of fun with that.
Gator's taking this very seriously. Very
competitive, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
With good reason, though. Now we're going to go early on this. Your Melbourne Cup tip for 2025, Ali?
I'm with Vauban, and I think I've got a really strong case to make for it.
Yeah, I'm Team Buckaroo. He was great in the race last year. This wet track's only a bonus.
All right, both going with horses that have been here before at the Flemington track, where all the focus has been. Tony Jones on just what sort of track will be dished up today, and you're with the man in the know. G'day, TJ.
Well, I don't know if he's the man in the know. I reckon he's a magician. Did you have covers on this yesterday, did you?
Yeah, the track's held up really well considering the rain. We've had 34.2 millimetres last 24 hours, and fortunately we've had a clear couple of hours now, so it walks nice underfoot.
Just a little bit of spitting here at the moment. Is that what we can expect for much of the day? Just these sort of intermittent mini showers?
Yeah, spot on. I think all afternoon the rear I've indicated just hit and miss showers. So hopefully we can be on the lower side of that because we have had plenty of rainfall already. But yeah, a little bit of light rain about at the moment.
Just having a look at the weather data at the moment there. It seems that most of that rain sort of cleared out to the east. What are you being told in terms of what's coming through?
Yeah, this morning's rain has cleared out eastwards, but there is another cold front pushing up from the southwest. So expected to get just random showers throughout the day, and sometimes it'll be fine, sometimes we'll get a little bit wet, so hopefully we can get the lower end of that throughout the day.
All right, terrific stuff. And I tell you what, a rookie error on my part, Liam. Look at that. You've come prepared, obviously. You've been here, done that. And I've got the Barter Scouts on. Not a good error on my...
No, it's not my first radio, so keep the shoes dry for the start anyway.
All right, there you go. I'll try and dry these out for the remainder of the day, and maybe get gumboots for next year.
Yeah, good luck, TJ. Long day ahead for you, but well done to Liam O'Keefe and all the team here. The track in Great Nick ahead of a big day of racing, which of course means Jared Middleton's going to be very busy from the tab, and for the first time today, and the first of many. Jared, what's the latest with the money flowing in today?
Well, Brace, first and foremost, punters should be coming to Flemington today with their wallets fat and full. It was a bloodbath for the bookies on Saturday on Derby Day. Now, Mark Zara, he had a day out, and he's on Al Riffer here, the favourite. The professional punters love this horse. The Origin Ledger winner has been $7.50 into $6, and looks as though it'll certainly jump favourite. Half Yours is actually the best back runner with tab at the moment, but it's been 6 out to $7.50, holding a similar amount on the next 3 in the market there. Of those at odds, Flatten the Curve 26 to 21. Money coming for Absurd as well, 21 into 16, and some money for Vauban. Ali Mosley's pick 26 into $23. What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. We've got $5 on offer for race 9 today, Surf and Bird, which is the heavily backed favourite to win by 1 or more lengths. You can find that market under Racing Offers on the tab app.
You win some, you lose more. For free and
Mark Zara. Of
Maribyrnong plate, the first...
Fashion is bringing the heat and the colour, all the different reds, greens and pinks. It's bold. It's all happening here, and we'll be bringing you all the action later today.
Elena, great stuff. We look forward to it. Let's head down to the mounting yard now because we're ready for the Maribyrnong plate, the first on Cup Day. Last year, the Hayes boys had a trifecta in this. They've got the favourite Carnival, and guess who is on board? Mark Zara. Let's go to James Bracey. It could be a big way to start his huge day today, Brace.
Absolutely, Eddie. We heard from Glenn Boss there. Of course, won 3 on the trot with Mackay Diva 2003, 4 and 5. Well, Mark Zara, he's chasing his 3rd Melbourne Cup win today in the space of 4 years. Gold trip in 2022, without a fight in 2023. Missed out last year, but of course he's on the back of Al Riffer, the pre-race favourite today, and he is the form jockey of the carnival so far. And didn't he show us why on a Derby day to remember?
much what's this week mean?
I'll tell you at the end of it how much it means.
Festival, get a good feeling, racing clear, and won it by a length and a half, and headed by Wardy.
And we just saw why. Wardy bowling them over. Mark Zara celebrating yet again.
Ready for the cool ball, and they're racing. 10 Tyrus is pounding away, and 10 Tyrus a spectacular win.
It's 10 Tyrus, and yep, you guessed it, it's Mark Zara. The 2,500 metre Howden Victoria Derby just moments away, but it's Mark Zara who comes in with the spring in his step, and he is absolutely buzzy at the moment. And now he and a lot of others are fancying his chances on the back of Observer in the Derby.
They are ready, signal, and they're racing in the Derby. The Observer out well with Savvy Sanger, he sails it out quickly. So it's Observer has controlled the tempo, 400 metres to go. Zara sitting pretty. How much left at the 200 metres? A length and a half, Arcora, deal done fast. Observer, 100 to go. Princey's teeth, left 3/4, Arcora. Observer's holding them. He's the stronger. He's the winner. Observer won the Derby. Second, Arcora, deal done.
Quite remarkable, really. We've never seen a jockey win 5 on Derby Day. He got oh so close, a second and a third, but those 4 all coming in the one run. Of course, 2 of them Group 1s, and he did it. We get a good feeling. Warnington Tyrus in the Coolmore, and then as we saw there, Observer. So well done.
And now, for a limited time,
Nine's broadcast of the Melbourne Cup Carnival, brought to you by Tab. We're on. You win some, you lose more.
Welcome back. Well, I tell you what, Derby Day was as good a day as you ever could get for Howden. Well done to the new sponsors, Howden being involved. Victoria Derby Day, a great race. Then afterwards, how about this? Ice House, absolutely magnificent. Everyone stayed, danced, had a great time. Today it's Panau, and on Saturday it's Fisher. So you don't have to go to Ibiza to get Fisher spinning the disc for you. He's going to be in great form after the last.
So they're not naturally used to their racing styles, but to my eye, I assumed it would have been, and it was dismissed quite quickly.
Yeah, that was opportunistic, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I really saw anything there to complain about, but, might as well try.
I guess it shows that Ben Melham's got his game face on and he's in for the fight for the day. So that's not a bad thing.
No, absolutely. So in the end, case dismissed, and those placing stand. Tornado Valley, Tales of Time, Luna Vega and Carnival. Now, Ben Melham, of course, will be riding in today's Melbourne Cup on Smoke and Romans, and this is a real family affair. For the first time ever, a married couple both have a ride in the race that stops the nation. Jamie Melham, of course, on one of the fancies in Half Yours. So a great story set to unfold later on today. And just ahead of all the racing today, before Ben got that game face on, we had it on, he was alongside his wife Jamie as he caught up with Tony Jones.
Well, guys, whatever happens today, you're creating history. It's quite unique, isn't it?
Yes, very cool. Very cool creating history, and hopefully creating history when I cross the line first as well.
Well, obviously you want to cross the line first, but Ben, you might have something to say about that.
Yeah, obviously. Well, look, we'd all love to win a Melbourne Cup. It's a prestigious race, and we're both on a couple of horses that get through the ground really well. My bloke's kicking on a little bit, but he's been running well, and he finally drops down to a respectable weight, which he hasn't done all preparation. So, As I said, the ground's going to be to his liking, and Jamie's certainly going to be hard to beat. And if I get beat, hopefully it's by her.
First and second, maybe a dead heat might be the more appropriate result. Who knows? Hey, you were saying this morning in the press that he's been a bit grumpy this week.
Oh, poor thing, he doesn't do 53.5 easily, but he's done it, I think, almost.
Yeah, we've still got a little bit of a way to go, but I'm in the first, got a few scratchings, so just polish up on the last little bit of weight after the first.
But what does it generally mean for you two? I know you're there to win. You want to win that Melbourne Cup, but what does it mean to actually be riding together?
It's special, but this is the race that when you grow up and you start being an apprentice jockey, you say, I want to win the Melbourne Cup. You don't actually expect that you'd be riding in the race or being on a favourite or a good chance in the race. So it's just a dream come true, just being in the race and being on a couple of very good chances as well.
Yeah, well, it's obviously a privilege just to have a ride in the race because, as Jamie said, I remember as a young schoolboy sort of growing up and 3 o'clock every cup day I'd get home early and watch the cup and it's a dream and it'll be even more so if we could be able to win.
All right, a Quinella perhaps, maybe a dead heat, that might be expecting too much, but good luck to both of you.
Good on you, thanks.
The air of tension ahead of the race later today. I like it. I mean, you've got to be happy for the other one if they win, but there's only one thing on their mind, and that's making sure that they're the one that won.
Well, yes, although you've got to think on paper that Jamie has a much better chance being on half yours. In a way, Ben's kind of got her sloppy seconds. She rode Smoking Rose a few years ago to ride in the race. Like he says, he's getting on a bit. Now, this was half yours. Winning the Caulfield Cup, he's aiming to become the 13th horse to do the double, and it would be the first for a female jockey to win the Caulfield Cup and then into the Melbourne Cup. So, look, she's got a great chance. The horse was full of running. He has got 2 more kilos to contend with, and there were a few breathing down his neck that day, weren't there?
Absolutely. I want to know what the breakfast conversation was this morning. With the jockeys, the breakfast is just more sitting around and
one phone call.
55th running of the Lexus Melbourne Cup. Familiar faces round, everybody getting their photo taken. Have a look at that, some great shots as well. The eye is on the prize today. It is going to be an absolute belter of a day. Half Yours was the favourite yesterday. Al Riff has just gone past, but Half Yours is a magnificent horse that 2 weeks ago won the Caulfield Cup. Jamie Mellum is the jockey, and one of the owners is Dave Kenny, who's with us right now. G'day, Dave.
G'day, Ed.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, Dave, you've got a double whammy because you're also the president of the Australian Hotels Association, and who would have thought that you actually became a part owner of this horse in a pub?
In a pub.
How did it happen?
All good things happen in a pub, Ed. That's what happens. When the McAvoys first came to Ballarat, as they do, the trainers are great supporters of the pub life in Ballarat, and they came in and I got into a horse with high expectations, and the horse tended to be absolute dud. And it was slow.
They're the ones I back and buy.
McAvoys, to their credit, said, we'll find you one. I think they copped a bit of a ribbing from the other trainers that you come into town and you sell the public in a dud horse. But Tony said he'd be patient, we'll find you the horse, and that's one phone call I took earlier this year, and Tony rang and said, I've found that horse.
And Colin McKenna, of course, who bred the horse, passed away last year. It was such an emotional time for Jamie Mellum, or Jamie Carr at that stage, in the Derby last year. It's been a whirlwind 12 months. Now tell us about Caulfield Cup and now the 2 weeks leading up to today. It's just building and building, isn't it?
Well, when we bought this horse, and we ran a benchmark 64 in Seymour back in April, and then the trajectory to head off to Sydney, and it won Sydney and up to Caloundra for the winter, and it won a cup, and it was just so delighted that when the horse came back down that Jamie was able to take the ride in the Caulfield Cup, so that was incredibly exciting for us, and a hell of a trajectory, and we hadn't sort of thought past Caulfield at that stage, and here we are on Cup Day.
And with a very good thing.
For a chance, for a 1 in 24 chance, we're not kidding ourselves. It's a cup.
And Jamie's nearly the story of the day as well. So there's a lot of magic about this race, isn't there?
Yeah, and the raw emotion after Caulfield Cup was quite amazing, just to see what it meant to her. And Jamie started with the McAvoys back in South Australia, so there is a great connection with this horse.
All right, now tell me about put your publican hat on and also president of the Australian Hotels Association, because this is a huge day for the TAB in all the pubs. The partnership between TAB and the hotels has been profound for years, and we're going to cross out to your pub. So as we go out there, just tell me straight away, what does it actually mean for the 3,700 venues Australia-wide?
Yeah, it's just a day of great connection. If you're not on track, that you can go there in a safe place and meet people and make a connection on the day, and it'll be wonderful across all those pubs that have the cup going today. And hopefully the Red Lion Park enjoy great trade as well there in Ballarat.
We're going to go to the Park Hotel. Do you know anyone who runs the place there?
Hopefully Reese is there. He's meant to be at work.
One of your ones, is it? Reese Seisland joins us now. G'day, Reese. How are you, buddy?
Good, Eds. How are you?
Good, mate. So what's happening in Ballarat and what's happening in the pubs today? Is it starting to build up?
Yeah, got a great atmosphere here at the hotels, mate. It's definitely a lot of people coming through the doors and a lot of excitement.
Good on you, mate. Now tell me, what's different today on Melbourne Cup Day to any other day in the pubs?
Oh, mate, it's got to be the atmosphere. It's got to be the energy. It's slowly building here, but wait until 3 o'clock today.
All right, now, publicans, you hear everything. You get all the mail. The McAvoys have been down in your pub. Have you got anything for us? What's going to win the Melbourne Cup?
Surely number 14, come on.
Sorry, Reece, I missed that.
Surely half yours, number 14.
I just wanted to make sure you said it right because the boss is listening to you. He said if you tipped anything else, you're going to be sacked. David, before you go, mate, everything's built up beautifully for today. When you look out across this, how does it feel to know that you've got more than a sporting chance of winning the Melbourne Cup in a couple of hours' time?
It is excitement. It's not nerves, I don't think, because it is so hard to win, but you've got a great chance. And if it does happen to win, the story behind this with Jamie and Cole McKenna and the McAvoys will be the story. So to be a very, very small part of that, I feel very lucky just to be part of this day. So we're enjoying the build-up. We are excited, and I'm sure there's plenty of people back at the pubs that are hoping it wins, not to me, but for the free beer that will follow. So.
Exactly. There's nothing better than a publican winning the Melbourne Cup.
Exactly right.
Good on you, Dave. We wish you all the best, mate. Thanks for everything you're doing.
Thank you.
Good on you. Dave Kenny, who joins us, who is part owner of Half Yours. Breath, here they come. So Party Crasher, Mark Zara, $4.90 and $1.90 the place. Pittsburgh Pirate, $6.70 for Henry Dwyer. And Ghetto Superstar, $3.20. Mickey D, the jockey there, Neil Farley on Pittsburgh Pirate. Okay, let's get back out to the fashions on the field and Yelena Doc.
So we've got a little bit of competition there. And just a word on the Gillaroo, who's doing some amazing things right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
know that 1 in 6 Australians has a hearing loss? Untreated.
The front early in the...
Yeah.
The Melbourne Cup Carnival continues.